All right, so let's get into it. We've been digging through the source material on the Higher Certificate in Human Resource Management from Boston City campus.
Hmm.
And our goal here is to really cut through the jargon and give you the strategic view. What makes this qualification, actually essential today?
Yeah, and I think it's a great place to start because the sources define HRM in well, a really modern way. It's
Yeah.
not just about admin anymore.
Not at all.
It's framed here as the art of balancing people and productivity.
Hmm.
So finding that harmony between an employee being satisfied and the organization actually succeeding.
That's a huge shift in thinking, right? From
Yeah.
just processing paperwork to being a core strategic function.
Exactly. And you see that reflected right away in the academics.
Okay, so let's break that down. We're looking at an NQF level 5 qualification.
Right, which is, for anyone who doesn't know, it's sort of your first big step into
Yeah.
formal higher education. It's a minimum of 122 credits.
And you can do it in a year, but you've got up to 3, so there's
Mhm.
flexibility.
A lot of flexibility. But what really stands out to me is the mix of subjects. This is where you see that strategic thinking in action.
It's not just the how-to of HR,
No, you're diving into things like industrial psychology,
which is basically the science of people at work.
the science of people at work, yeah. And it's paired with organizational development, or OD,
Okay, can we just pause on OD for a second? That's essentially managing change within a company, isn't it? Why is that so important at a foundational level?
because HR drives change. You're also covering human resource development, business communication, even socioeconomics. They're building a practitioner who gets the human side and the business side.
So that blend is really the core of it, giving you the theory and the tools to bridge that gap between people's needs and the company's goals.
Precisely.
So, okay, let's get practical. You finish this course. What real-world skills do you actually walk away with?
The outcomes are all about application. You'll be able to take, say, employment relations principles and apply them to messy, real-life workplace situations.
To the complicated stuff.
Yeah, the complicated stuff. But you also get skills in analyzing adult education theories, which sounds academic, but it really means you know how to build a training program that works.
And of course, the fundamentals are there: recruitment, selection, motivation, retention. But I noticed a big emphasis on cultural sensitivity and socioeconomic needs.
That's non-negotiable now. The modern workplace is just too diverse for it not to be.
And that leads directly to the career paths, right?
Yeah,
Because these skills open up very specific doors.
absolutely. This isn't just for a general HR assistant role. You could become a recruiting and placement officer, for instance.
Or go the more financial route, maybe a payroll clerk or a data capture.
Exactly. Or you could specialize in the development side. Think of training a development specialist, or even a learnership project coordinator.
And what about the tech side of it?
A huge one. The Human Resource Information System Specialist, the HRS role. That's the person who manages the data for a company's most important asset. It's people.
And it even covers roles like health and safety representatives or employee assistance counselors. It's a very specialized launchpad.
It really is. And the logistics, how it's delivered, seem designed for that.
You mean the online part?
Yeah, the sources say it's fully online, so you
Oh.
control the time, the path, the pace. But you're not totally alone. There's a network of 50 support centers.
That support structure is key. And financially, it seems pretty accessible, too. All the textbooks are included in the fees.
And the institution subsidizes a third of the fees? That's a pretty big deal.
It is. Okay, one last crucial point: accreditation.
Right, it's a dual accreditation. It's registered here with the DHET, but it's also internationally accredited with the British Accreditation Council, the BAC.
Which signals that they're aiming for a high global standard.
Mm-hmm.
So let's wrap this up with a final thought for you. Given that this program blends that strategic, culturally sensitive side of HR with these global standards, here's the challenge you're going to face. How will you, as an HR professional, balance the increasing complexity of local socioeconomic needs with that constant push for standardized global business practices? That's the strategic tightrope you'll be walking.